professional surf fishing with your host, Mr. Slap High Hook Jackson. Sponsored by the Jones Beach Fishing Station, Field 10, Jones Beach. Quality pencil poppers by the Guppy Lure Company. Saltwater's Tackle, Montauk Highway, West Islip. And the appliance experts at Gringer Appliance. Now, without any further ado, your host, Mr. Slap High Hook Jackson.
Hey there, friends and neighbors, it's your old pal Slap High Hook Jackson saying, you ain't living, not even a smidgen, if you ain't surf fishing. Well, let me tell you, the last few weeks have been pretty tough. Man, I smelled a lot of skunk out there. Anyhow, Rob and Moses over at the jetty there where you drive onto the beach. Hey, they were catching some bass there. I got some footage to show you. The ocean, the back bay. Even over at Sore Thumb when I was there, Seal was doing a great job catching fish, and I'll show you all about that. Now, there are some high hooks out there. Well, just take a look at Joe Wilson here. Now, Joe caught himself a nice bass over there at Demo Point. Way to go, Joe. Nice fish. Now, this is Kevin and his dad, Dave. Kevin had gotten his father a birthday gift, a rod and reel. They went over to Rob and Moses. They caught bass. So they had a real great time over there. All right, gentlemen. Well done. Now, just sit back, folks, and take a look at what's going on.
All right, I came down here to Jones Inlet. It's a very high part of the tide. And I figured I'd see what's out here for a little while. I don't have much time to fish. Anyhow, I look out there, and there seems to be this big barge that's just loaded with riprap. I wonder exactly where they're going. Let's see if we get a little closer view of them. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be riprap that they're taking someplace to put along the shoreline somewhere.
All right, so I went down to Rob and Moses, and you could see the wildlife is all around. This guy was a little shy, so he stayed in the bush. But anyhow, I drove onto the beach and made my way up the ocean till I got to the jetty. Now, you could see this guy at the end of the jetty here is into a fish. Oh, yeah. A little rough out there, you could see by the waves, you know? Now, of course, you go out on the jetty, you got to be very careful out there. You got to have your corkers on. Usually I would go with a heavier rod and reel than I have, you know. I usually go with an 8-foot one-piece with 20-pound test, maybe 30-pound leader. And maybe I'd like to go with something a little heavier. This way I can muscle, you know, the fish up so I don't have to go down onto the rocks as much, you know. The lower the closer you get to the bottom of the rocks, the slipperier they become. I mean, that's my theory anyhow. You can see that this guy's got a nice bass, though. And they got the hook out. Oh, yeah, you could see he's got corkers on, which makes sense. Gotta have them. All right, it's a little dangerous out there, so he figures, let me put the rod down and get a little closer to the water. But he gives the fish a good heave-ho anyhow. All right, when I need appliances, I trust the experts at Gringer. Whether it's a refrigerator, an oven, a cooktop, dishwasher, ventilation equipment. Hey, if you're bringing something home for the table, your catch is going to taste spectacular on one of these new smokers or barbecues, whether it's freestanding or built-in. And they got quite a selection there at Gringer as well. Whether you need pro ranges and all the latest styles and colors. Hey, whatever you need in the way of appliances, you make sure you stop by Gringer and tell them you saw them on the Slap Jackson Surf Fishing Show. All right, so I made my way down to Sore Thumb to see what was going on, and as I was fishing there, I see this seal not too far away from me. Now, I'm zoomed in a bit. Now, you see, look, he's got a fish in his mouth, that guy. I'm going to show you that same footage again. Here he comes to the surface. There's the fish in his mouth. Well, let's prop up the zoom a little more so you can get a better look. Oh, yeah, I think it's a shad. That's my best guess, you know? Here he is one more time, a little more zoom. I think it's a shad. It's my best guess anyhow. So he was fishing here. He was the only one catching fish as far as I could see. There was a couple other guys fishing there. But nothing was really happening. It was a decent day. I got no complaints. And I just stood and watched him for a while. And every time he'd come to the surface, you know, he'd take another bite out of his shad or fish, whatever he caught. Here he is. He's going to take another bite out of it and pull it apart. Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you something. He was the only one with any action that day. You know, I usually add down my tires at Saw Thumb to about 20. I got a Jeep Cherokee kind of thing. But hey, that sand, especially between the water and the dunes, can get very dangerous and can get very deep very quickly and very soft. So be careful when you go to Saw Thumb. Anyhow, well, after the seal finished his meal, the sunset was absolutely beautiful there, and I had a nice time. The Guppy Lure Company. Quality pencil poppers made in the USA by fishermen for fishermen. If you like the Surface Strike as much as I do, you're going to fall in love with these pencil poppers by Guppy Lures. They come in a variety of different sizes and finishes, and let me tell you, they're all quality made right here in the USA. All right, I came down to Field 6 at Jones Beach. Now, you can see there was some action here. Maybe it wasn't recent action, but not too long ago. Anyhow, I did meet up with some fellas down here, some good guys. Take a look.
All right, we're down here at Field 6. This is...
Hassan.
And?
Today.
All right, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
All right, looking to get some action out here at Field 6, yes?
Yeah, or maybe some sun.
Well, you got the sunset, you got the tide coming in, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot, Sly.
All right, take care, man.
All right, so I made my way back to Saw Thumb to see if I can get any action going here. You can see there's guys fishing on the left. There's guys fishing to the right of me as well. And it was a nice day. The surf wasn't very high at all. And I'd gaze over across the way to Demo Point. I took out my binoculars. I took a look at the guys fishing there. I didn't see anybody really catching anything. You know, it's high tide now, so there are no trucks there. You're going to have to make the walk from the jetty. But at low tide, I have seen a couple of trucks there. Now let's get a little closer view of what's happening. And you can see there's a couple of guys. Well, there's a guy there fishing bait with a couple of rods. And a guy working the point there, probably with lures and whatnot. But I kept looking. I didn't see anything. Saltwater's Tackle, 939 Montauk Highway, West Islip. They're conveniently located just a quarter mile east of the Robert Moses Causeway. It's easy on and it's easy off. And let me tell you what a big, beautiful store they have there. It is loaded with product, and I mean loaded with product. They got some great hours, Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on Sunday, they're there from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, let me tell you, if you need rods or reels, line, traps, nets, if you need boots, if you need waders, hats, and T-shirts, you're going to find it here at Saltwaters. They do rod and reel repair, custom rod building as well. So let me tell you something also. They pride themselves on their fresh bunker and clams that are delivered to the store daily. And they have all the offshore and frozen baits, live eels, and crabs in season. So please, come down to Saltwater's Tackle, and don't forget to tell them that you saw them on the Slab Jackson Surf Fishing Show. All right, I just want to thank all my sponsors for 2015. You know, Saltwater's Tackle, the store is bigger and better than it ever was. They have gift certificates for the holiday season, so make sure you stop by. Jones Beach Fishing Station, Captain Ed Walsh, thank you so much for your help this year, sir. All righty. Now, the Guppy Lure people, hey, I did catch some bass and blues with your product, so I had a good time with Guppy Lures. All right. Gringer Appliances, you know, I've been doing business for, 25 years easy probably with Gringer Appliances. Hey, when I need something, I go to Gringer. Now, let me tell you something. If you guys went to Gringer and you bought something, let me know. I just want to know what you bought and what your experience was. Very short, brief, and to the point. All right, now, the weather might hold up, and I might get another fishing excursion out there, and if I do, I'll send a little email around, tell you what I found out there. If you're not on my email list, just send me an email right here at the Slab Jackson Show at Verizon.net. You can't go wrong. Now, otherwise, I'd like to just say happy holidays to everybody out there, a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year to everybody out there. And when I see you on the beach, say hello. I'll get you on the show.
I have
What do you say, Derry?
Cheese.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays.
Good.
I was born high on a dune, on a high tide full moon. I'm high. There ain't no denying that when the fish are frying, I'm high. Where the land meets the sea, that's where I'll be. Anyway,